Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare.
You can start. It is 9:58.
Okay. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhueva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavyo namo namah. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advait Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Samasta Vaishnavinda ki jai. Namacharya Das Thakur ji ki jai. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Good morning, dear devotees. I welcome you all to Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call for this mid-morning session. Thank you all for joining. Please forgive me for stopping your ecstatic chanting. This is Shivani from Ashram, Virginia. Let us move to the next part of the session. Today, Her Grace Kiritda Sundari Mataji will be enlightening us on the Damodar Akshatam, the Strings of Boundless Love, Session 3. May I know who will have joined this morning?
Hare Krishna Mataji, Danvat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi from College Station, Texas. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Vinita Gandharvika Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru and Garanga ki jai. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Thank you for your beautiful recitation of chapter 15. All glories to your services. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Shivani Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, Guru Maharaj, and Gauranga, and all the assembled devotees on the call. This is Harita from Missouri City, Texas. Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Harita Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru and Garanga ki jai. Thank you so much for joining and giving a beautiful association this morning. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, this is Vandana from Charlotte.
Hare Krishna Vandana Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru and Garanga ki jai. Thank you for joining the class and welcome to the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Shivani Mataji. Jai Srila Prabhupada, Dandat pranams to you and to all the devotees here. Sumi from Jersey City. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna Sumi Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru and Garanga ki jai. Thank you so much for joining and giving a beautiful association this morning. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Danvat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharajas. This is Sita Priti Devidasi from Pune.
Hare Krishna Sita Priti Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru and Garanga ki jai. Thank you so much for joining. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Shivani Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. Jai Shri Prabhupada, this is Preeti Glasni Devidasi from
Atlanta.
From Atlanta, but I'm just saying why I can't give you co-host.
Because I'm already co-host.
Okay, sorry. Okay, this is like, muscle memory. As soon as the speaker comes, give co-host. I forget that you're already co-host. Okay. That's stupid. Okay. Hare Krishna, this is Glasni Devidasi from Atlanta.
Hare Krishna Preeti Vilasni Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru and Garanga ki jai. Thank you so much for joining and giving a beautiful association this morning. All glories to your services, Mataji. Welcome to the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Shivani Mataji, Danvat pranams, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, Guru Maharajas, and all the assembled Vaishnavas. This is Kiritda Sundari Dasi. Thank you, Mataji, for your services.
Hare Krishna Kiritda Sundari Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru and Garanga ki jai. Welcome to the call. We're eagerly waiting to hear from you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Once again, I welcome you all for this mid-morning session. I would like to start by sharing a quote by Srila Prabhupada ji. Just like a diseased person, the more he comes back to his health, it becomes pleasing more and more. Similarly, the more we come to Krishna consciousness, certainly it will be pleasing because Krishna is the reverer of all pleasure. Letter to Umapati, November 8, 1969, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Dear devotees, I welcome you all to Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call. To be very fortunate to have Her Grace Kiritda Sundari Mataji. Mataji will be enlightening us on Damodar Akshatam, the strings of boundless love. Today will be session 3. Hare Krishna, please accept my humble obeisances. Kiritda Sundari Mataji, thank you for giving your valuable time and beautiful association this morning. Waiting eagerly to hear from you, Mataji. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru and Gauranga ki jai. Please take over the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Shivani Mataji. Thank you so much for your warm welcoming. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thank you once again for your presence. So I really seek blessings, prayers from each and every one of you so that I can do some justice to this Damodar Ashtakam. Today we'll move on to verse number 3. So I really welcome each and every one of you. And now we will chant our Mangalacharan prayers and then we'll go ahead. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakham Vitamscha हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीन बंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी श्री राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभैव च पतितानां भावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण प्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे गुरुवे गौरचंद्राय राधिकाय तदालय कृष्णाय कृष्ण भक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः आनंद लीलामय विग्रहाय
Not
हेमाभट्टाय
Magnolia,
चन्द्रशेखराय
Bug,
तस्मै
Bug,
महाप्रेम रसाप्रदाय
Magnolia,
चैतन्य चंद्राय नमो नमस्ते
Fernando,
चैतन्य चंद्राय नमो नमस्ते चैतन्य चंद्राय नमो नमस्ते मुखं करोति वाचालं भङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्य ईश्वरम् That's it. Okay, dear devotees, so we'll start with our Damodar Ashtakam and we will recite the Pranam mantra for Shri Radha Damodar. अङ्गश्यामलिमाच्छटाभिरभितो मन्दीकृतेन्दीवरम् जाड्यं जागुडरोचिषां विधततं पट्टाम्बरस्य श्रिया वृन्दारण्यविलासिनं मृदिलसत् दामाभिरामोदरम् राधास्कन्दनिवेशितोज्ज्वलभुजं ध्यायेमदामोदरम्. Anybody wants to read the translation?
Yes, Mataji, I would like to go ahead.
Yeah, Harita Mataji, go ahead.
1 second.
Sorry.
Let us meditate upon Lord Damodara, whose dark bodily luster embraces the blue lotus flowers, the splendor of whose silken garments stuns the glory of yellow kumkum, who enjoys transcendental pastimes in Vrindavana forest, whose chest is fragrant with a brilliant flower garland, and whose magnificent arm rests on Radha's shoulders. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. So this is the pranam mantra for Shri Shri Radha Damodar. Okay, so moving ahead, we have completed the first verse, that is Namamishwaram Satchidanandarupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Bhrajamanam Yashoda Bhiyolu Kaladhavamanam Param Vishtamatyam Tato Durtya Gopya. And then Rudantam Muhur Netra Yugmam Rijantam Karam Bhoja Yugmena Satanka Netram Muhaswasakam Patri Rekanka Kantha Sthitam Graivam Damodaram Bhakti Baddham. So we have completed these two. And now we are on verse number 3. So last Friday we stopped where our dear Shri Krishna, our sweet blue boy, our small little boy Shri Krishna, is in the arms of Mother Yashoda, and she has bound Krishna with ukal, with a grinding mortar. So Krishna is bound, very upset, but Mother Yashoda is happy that finally she was successful in binding Krishna. And all the gopis and all the gopas, they all are laughing, they all are happy that how some are sad that Krishna is bound, but everybody else is happy that now he is under control by Mother Yashoda. So now verse 3, Satyavat Muni is saying, Iti drikswalilaabhiranand kunde swaghosham nimajjantamakhyapayantam Tadiyeshitajneshu bhaktirjitatvam Puna prematastam shatavriti vande. Okay, anybody wants to read the translation?
Jai Mataji.
Yes, go ahead, Mataji.
By his childhood pastimes, such as this Dama Bandha Leela, he perpetually drowns all the residents of Gokula, his Gopas, Gopis, cows, calves, and so forth, who are all manifested by his pastime potency in the pools of bliss. He thus informs those who have knowledge of his absolute divinity that only the pure and simple love of these devotees can conquer him. Again, hundreds of times I offer loving obeisance unto Sri Damodara Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. So this is the verse and the translation, but now we will go ahead and analyze this verse by referring to each and every word of it. So the first is Iti drik swali labhi. Iti drik. Iti drik means like this. Iti means like this, and drik means to see. So who is seeing this pastime? The gopis, the all Brajvasis, they are seeing this pastime. So like this, his supremely enchanting childhood pastime, such as this Dam Bandhan Leela, in which his belly is bound with ukal, with the grinding mortar. Swalila Abhir, by his unique and uncommon pastimes. So Krishna's childhood pastimes, they are very unique and they are very uncommon. And this way, he is giving pleasure. He is giving pleasure to those, to all the Vrajvasis who are seeing this unique and uncommon pastimes. So Krishna's childhood pastimes are very, very unique. So in this regard, our Sukhdev Goswami in Bhagavatam refers to this verse. Gopi bhisto bhito nrityat bhagavan balavat kvachit udkayati kvachin muktas tato vashodaru yantravat. So how our dear Supreme Lord, our Krishna, everybody is in ecstasy seeing his childhood pastimes. And here it is being said by Sukadev Goswami that Gopi bhi means by the gopis, by the gopis. Okay, what are they doing? They are offering something to Krishna, stobito, and they are encouraging Krishna that I'll give you something, but at the same time, they're putting conditions. They're putting conditions on Krishna. They're enthusing him. They are inducing him to do what? Nritya, to dance. They are telling Krishna that you dance. And that Krishna, so gopis, they will sometimes go to Krishna and they will say, Krishna, do you want this laddu? Oh yeah, Kanhaiya will say, yes, of course I want this laddu. Okay, if you want this laddu, what you have to do? You have to dance. So this is how Sukhdev Goswami is saying, Gopi bhistobito nrityat. Our Krishna is dancing just for that one sweet meat, one piece of laddu that the gopis are telling Krishna, you take this. If you want this, you have to follow our orders. And that is, you have to dance. Bhagavan Balavit Kvachit. And who is this Bala? Who is this small little child? He is Bhagavan. He is the Supreme Lord. And then Kvachit Udgayati. Sometimes he will sing. He will sing and loudly Udgayati. Gayati and Udgayati. Like in a loud voice, he will sing songs just to please gopis. Kwachin mugdas, and sometimes he will be astonished. What are they telling me to do? What I should do? Tad vashodaru yantravat. Daru is the wooden. Yantravat is the doll, or you can say the machine. So a wooden puppet. He will be like a wooden puppet who will be always tadvasho, under the control of the gopis, and always dancing as per their tunes. As the gopis want, Krishna will dance. So sometimes the gopis will say, okay, take this laddu, but you have to dance. And Krishna will put his hand around his waist and he will do tha thai, this way he will dance. Just to please the gopis, just for that one small little laddu. And he will sing in various ways. And this way, like a puppet, like a daru yantravat, he will always be under the control of the gopis. The gopis would say, if you dance, my dear Krishna, then I shall give you half a sweetmeat. That too not a full laddu, but half a laddu. And by saying these words or by clapping their hands, all the gopis will encourage Krishna in different ways. At such times, although he was the supremely powerful personality of Godhead, he is Bhagavan, he would smile and dance according to their desire. As if he is Daru Yantravat, as if he were a wooden doll in their hands. Sometimes he would sing very loudly, Udgayati, at their bidding. And in this way, Krishna come completely under the control of the gopis. So this is how Krishna performed these childhood pastimes. And these childhood pastimes are very unique and very uncommon. And then what he will do? Ananda Kunde. He will drown everybody in that Ananda Kunde, in the kund of that bliss. He will drown everybody. So there are many pastimes. Sometimes the gopis would come and they will come at the house of Nand Maharaj, and Mother Yashoda will be at home, and they will see Krishna and Balaram sitting. And the gopis will say, half of the gopis will say, oh Krishna, you are very strong. And rest half of the gopis will say, no. Actually, it's Balaram who is much stronger. Then how shall we definitely find out who is stronger? Then they will say, okay, let both Krishna and Balaram should wrestle. And the one who will be the winner will get this lump of butter. And both the boys, when they will see this lump of white butter, crystal white butter, their mouth will water, and they both will start wrestling with each other. And the gopis, those who are side with Krishna, they will clap if Krishna wins. But sometimes Krishna loses. And then the gopis on the Balaram side, they would clap victoriously. So this is how Krishna and Balram, they will perform their childhood pastimes for the pleasure of all the Vrajvasis. And then all the Vrajvasis will be in that kunda, in the kund of bliss, in the kund of Ananda. Ananda Kunde, in fathomless pool of bliss. Again, in the very next verse, Sukadev Goswami says, Bhivarti kvachidagnapataha pitha konmana padukam bahu shepam cha kurute swanam cha pritiyavanam. So Sanatan Goswami very nicely he comments on this last line, Swanam cha pritiyavanam, means he gives priti, he gives pleasure to all the Vrajvasis by performing his childhood pastimes. And Bibharti Kvachid Agnapata. Agnapata means is that taking the orders of the gopis. And then what the orders? The gopis will say, Pitho Komana Padukam. Sometimes they will tell, Oh Krishna, go and get that wooden pita. Pita means the seat, chauki in Hindi we say, right? It's a wooden seat on which you sit and you do some work. So they will say, Oh Krishna, can you go and bring that pita, that wooden pita? Or somebody will say, Oh, no, go and get that okamana, means get that measuring cup, that wooden measuring cup. And somebody will say, Oh Krishna, can you bring the paduka? Can you bring the wooden shoes? And this way, Bahu Shepam Chakurute, Krishna will say like this, yes, I am very strong. I'll go and bring everything, whatever you go. But then he goes there and he finds it very difficult to carry. So Bibharti, so he will just touch. He will touch those articles and he'll tell, Oh, I'm unable. It's very difficult for me to take these articles. And then he'll keep the articles there only, means he'll just touch it. Before he will show his strength, by striking his arms that I'm very strong and I can do it and I'll follow your orders. But then he will go and he would simply stand and he will touch those articles and he will show that he is unable to raise those articles. And then this way, Swanam Chapriti Yavanam, and this way, all the gopis, all his intimate friends, they all will be in complete pleasure. So sometimes Mother Yashoda and her gopi friends would tell Krishna, bring this article or bring that article. Sometimes they would order him to bring a wooden plank and sometimes wooden shoes or a wooden measuring pot. And Krishna, when thus ordered by the mothers, would try to bring them. Sometimes, however, if he is unable to raise these things, he would touch them and stand there. Just to invite the pleasure of his relatives, he would strike his body with his arms to show that he had sufficient strength. So this is how that Krishna does all these things. So that Supreme Lord Krishna would try to lift a small seat, a small wooden plank. But when they saw that he could not, they will laugh. They will laugh and they will just show their affection towards Krishna. Now imagine that same Krishna who in his Varaha incarnation, he lifted the entire earth on his tusk. And that same Krishna in the same Vrindavan, he very simply like a mushroom, like an umbrella, he lifted Govardhan hill on his little finger. Like Das Goswami also writes, Nijapati Bhuja Dhanda Chhatra Bhavam Prapadya Pratihata Mata Drishto Danda Devendra Garva. So Nijapati Bhuja Dhanda. And that Govardhan, he became like a Chhatra Bhava, like a Chhatra, like an umbrella. And his arm, Krishna's arm became like a danda, like the stick of an umbrella. So Krishna very easily lifted Govardhan. And now in his childhood pastimes, in the same Vrajdam, he cannot lift the small wooden seat. And he's just saying, oh, I cannot do this. Now just see, this is all Krishna's human-like pastimes. Now this is just giving pleasure to Krishna. And sorry, not Krishna, but this is giving pleasure to all the Vrajvasis when Krishna is acting in this way. And sometimes when his father will tell, oh Krishna, can you bring my shoes? And then he will very nicely carry the shoes of his father. And he will say, okay, you wear these shoes and you go to the assembly of all the Gopas. So this way he drowns everyone. So although he is the master of unlimited potencies, including his Ghatana and Aghatana Shakti. What is Ghatana and Aghatana Shakti? Ghatana Shakti is that which makes the impossible possible and the possible into impossible. Means lifting earth as Varahadev was impossible, but he made it possible. Lifting Govardhan was impossible, but he made it possible. And something possible, just like holding on to a measuring pot or to holding on to the wooden seat, he will say, oh, it's impossible. So that is Krishna's Ghatana Shakti, which makes the something impossible possible and possible impossible. But in Vraja, he's unaware of his supreme absolute position. And there he is just a small, innocent, simple child and is nourished and cared by his affectionate mother. So iti drik swalila abhir, his own lila, his own pastimes he is performing. And what he is doing? Iti drik swalila abhir ananda kunde. And then what is happening in Ananda Kunde? The next verse says, Swaghosham nimajjantam. He's drowning. He's drowning. Nimajjantam means he's submerging in that ocean of bliss. Who? Swaghosham, his own cowherd family. So Swaghosham means all the inhabitants of his abode of Gokula. All other or all the entities that is manifested by his pastime potency. That is Swaghosham, means all his near and dear ones. Nimajjantam, he is completely and incessantly submerging everybody in that inexhaustible ocean of his love. So there Sanatan Goswami says that actually Sri Krishna's pastimes are the lakes of inexhaustible bliss, in which he drowns everybody. The entire village of Gokul is drowned in that bliss, in that pool of bliss. And that is being explained that what is Ghosha, Swaghosha. So the village of Gokula is actually known as Ghoshapalli. Why it is known as Ghoshapalli? Because there everybody, the animals, birds, cows, gopas and gopis, they would loudly sing Krishna's pastimes only without cessation. So they will, that place itself is Ghoshapalli. And why also? Because Sanatan Goswami says that every day and every now and then, every times, you will hear the voice. Somebody will be saying, hey, milk the cows. Some other will saying, bring the calves here, bring the milk pal. So some or the other related to the cows, some or the other announcement will be made. And this way, the entire Gokul will be submerged in the ocean of that bliss just for the pleasure of Shri Krishna, Shri Gopala Krishna. So this is Krishna's childhood pastimes. This childhood pastimes of Krishna is actually very beautiful. Now, Sanatan Goswami says Ghosha. So one meaning of Ghosha is that the entire all the Vrajvasis who are there in the abode of Gokula. But Ghosha also means Ghoshana Karna, means loudly chanting. Like I previously said that they were chanting, milk the cows, bring this. So this way, every time there is some or the other Ghoshana is going on. So that is why also the Gokul is known as Ghoshapalli. So Ghosha, Sanatan Goswami says, refers to two, like Swaghosha. Swa means either swasya means to himself. Sometimes Krishna just broadcasts his own glories, swaghosham. And another meaning of Ghosha is his own. Swana means by broadcasting the glories of Gopas and the Gopis. So it's both the ways. Swaghosham nimajjantam. Sometimes he will just broadcast his own glories by patting on his arms and saying, "Oh, I'm very strong. I'm stronger than Balaram." And sometimes he will just broadcast the glories of the Gopas and the Gopis. But Swaghosham means basically the entire abode of Gokula will be submerged in that ocean of bliss. So certainly by becoming absorbed in the mood of spreading his extraordinary glories, as well as the glories of his own loved ones, Sri Krishna sings himself and he sings the Vrajvasis also in that Ananda Kunde. And as a result, they feel the highest limit of happiness. So, iti drik swalila bhirananda kunde swaghosham nimajjantam. So, this is, we have understood. Next comes Akhyapayantam tadiyeshi tajneshu bhaktirjitatvam. So we will see all of them together. Now, when he drowns all the Gopas, all the Gopis, cows, the entire Gokula in this ocean of bliss of his sweet childhood pastimes, then it is being described that sometimes Krishna is drowned himself also into the ocean of that sweetness of his own pastimes. Now the question comes, why he has to perform all these pastimes? Then in that regard, Satyavrat Muni, he answers this question and he says, Akhyapayantam tadiyeshi tajnekshu bhaktirjitatvam. So Akhyapayantam means he wants to inform. He wants to inform everybody. Who all? Tadiyeshi tajneshu. Tadiya Ishita Gneshu, his associates, those who have the knowledge of his absolute divinity. Means those who know the supremacy of his of Supreme Lord, but they are bereft of understanding the sweetness of the Supreme Lord. Okay. So to all those Tadiyeshi Tajneshu, to everybody who knows the supremacy, who knows that Krishna is Supreme Lord, he wants to tell them, he wants to inform them that I am conquered, bhaktir jitatvam, I am conquered only by the loving devotees. By bhakti, you can bind me. Otherwise, it's impossible. So by these pastimes, Sri Krishna is making it known. Akhyapayantam. Akhyapayantam means to tell everybody. Everybody in this universe should listen. He's giving this ghoshana. He's giving this orders. He's telling everybody. And to all those, especially those who are tadiyeshi tajneshu, who worship him as the supreme controller and the master of all souls, that he is himself controlled and defeated by the love of his pure devotees. Bhaktirjitatvam. So the phrase Tadiyeshi Tajneshu, Sanatan Goswami in his Digdarshini Tika writes, it refers to those among his worshippers. Tadiya means his worshippers. Janeshu means who knows about his Ishwar Tattva, about his absolute supremacy. So he wants to tell all of them that if you want to conquer me, then you have to conquer me only through bhakti, through devotional service. See, a person who is a jnani, who is a tattva jnani, he sees the same Vrajendra Nandana Shama Sundar Krishna as the source of all incarnations or as the supreme personality of Godhead. Because a tattva jnani knows that he is the possessor of all the six opulences. That's why he is known as Bhagavan. And he has the power to make impossible into possible and possible into impossible. Like we know the devotees such as Narad Muni, 4 Kumaras, they have full knowledge of Sri Krishna's true position. But Shri Krishna says, Shri Krishna wants to explain to all of them that yes, although I possess the potency to make impossible possible, I have that Ghatana Shakti, but still, though I'm Swarat, I'm autocrat, but still nothing can control me. I'm simply playing here in Vrindavan Dham in the mood of an ignorant child having this Narvat Leela. So I'm just controlled by the love of my devotees. Nothing else can bind me. But then the question comes, okay, so what kind of bhakti can bind you? Any type of bhakti can bind you? Then our acharyas mention, yes, the bhakti of the four Kumaras, Dhruva Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Narad Muni, Uddhava, and many other, they perform their bhakti. But everybody can bind Krishna? No. Their bhakti can never control Krishna. Why? Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Aishwarya janete saba jagat mishrita, Aishwarya siddhila preme nahi mora prita. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling, if the bhakti is having some kind of knowledge of the opulence, then that Aishwarya Mishrit Bhakti doesn't bind Krishna. Krishna says, Aishwarya Shithila Prema Nahi Mora Prita. That bhakti which is mixed with Aishwarya Gyan cannot bind me. So knowing my opulences, the whole world looks me with awe and reverence, with great respect. But Krishna says, I am not pleased by love that is weakened by awe and reverence. So I want that pure bhakti, the bhakti that Vrajvasis carry in their heart for Krishna, where even if Krishna is performing those superhuman activities like lifting Govardhan hill, then Madhumangal will say, oh, Krishna, you are able to lift this Govardhan hill because of my Brahman. Like I am a Brahman, I do a lot of pujas and I chant Gayatri mantras very nicely. So power of those, because of that power of chanting those Gayatri mantras, you are getting strength and you are able to lift Govardhan. Where all the cowherd boys will, the cowherd men, they will say, oh Krishna, you are lifting Govardhan, your hands will get tired. Let us help you. Let us support you with our sticks. And they pull their sticks down to the Govardhan as if they are supporting and they are helping Krishna in holding on to Govardhan. So everybody will think that it is because of me that Krishna is able to do this. So that means their bhakti is totally on Madhurya Bhav, means no Mishrat Bhakti. It's a pure, unalloyed devotion that the Vrajvasis carry in their heart. And therefore Krishna says, Bhaktirjitatvam, that I am controlled by my loving devotees, because their bhakti is not mixed with Aishwarya Gyan. They don't worship me because I am the Supreme Personality of Godhead. They worship me or they love me because I am their son. I am their child. I am their friend. I am their beloved. I am their lover. So because they have this sambandha, this relationship with me, they just focus on that relationship. This Aishwarya becomes secondary to them. Like we see our Arjun. Arjun was also in a Sakhya Bhav. But the moment Krishna was there as the charioteer, Arjun surrendered to Krishna. His Sakhya Bhav was mixed with that Aishwarya Gyan of knowing the supremacy of Krishna, where in the 11th chapter, 10th chapter, I think so, 11th, he actually repented that, oh Krishna, I've been calling you, hey Sakha, hey Madhava, hey Sakheti, I've been calling with you all these names. And this is my ignorance. So just like a father forgives the impudence of his son, similarly, please forgive me for all the words that I have told you. So now what happened? This doesn't happen in friendship, because the friendship is, okay, you can say anything. in friendship, in the relationship of friendship, there is no such tumne meri insult kar di or I feel bad. There is no kind of such feelings. But when that Sakhya Bhav of Arjun was mixed with the supremacy bhav, with the Aishwarya Bhav of Krishna, it becomes a Mishrat Bhakti. So Krishna is saying, knowing my opulence, the whole world looks me with awe and reverence. Immediately, Arjuna said that I want to accept you as my spiritual master. But Aishwarya Shithila Preme Nahi Mora Prita. I am not pleased by the love that is weakened by awe and reverence. Krishna says, I want pure, unalloyed love. And that is always there in all the Vrajvasis. So this is again the verse by Sukadev Goswami in the 10th canto. Darshayam stadvidam loka atmano bhritya vasyatam. So here also Sanatan Goswami, he gives an elaborate commentary. So Bhagavan Shri Krishna showed the community, the entire Vrajavasis, all the Gokul Dham, of those who know about his supreme position, that he only remains under the full control of his loving servants. Bhritya Vashyatam. This is one of the characteristics of the Supreme Lord, which outshines all other characteristics. Yes, Krishna is compassion, Krishna is merciful, Krishna is impartial, Krishna is Suhrit Sarva Bhutanam. We know all the good qualities of Krishna, but one which outshines is Bhritya Vashyatam, that he is controlled by his loving servants. So Srila Sanatan Goswami says, Tad vidam lokam. So tad means about that or about himself. That is connected to Shri Krishna's position as Bhagavan. And vidam we know is knowledge. Loka means the entire world. So he's showing darshayams, he's showing everybody whom tad vidam loka. He's showing to those who know about his supreme opulence that he is willingly coming control of his loving servants. Atmano bhritya vashyatam. So he is only controlled by his loving servants in Vraja. But then Sanatan Goswami says something very special. He says, yes, he's controlled by all the loving servants, whether somebody is in Dasya Bhav, somebody is in Sakhya Bhav, somebody is in Vatsalya Bhav, somebody is in Madhurya Bhav. He is controlled by everybody. But among them, he is specially controlled by those in Unnata Ujjvala Rasa, those who are in the supremely pure humor of Madhurya Rasa. He is specially controlled. Yes, he is controlled by everybody. Every Vrajvasi controls Krishna. But those who are in Unnatujvala Rasa, for them, it's very easy to control Krishna. Very, very easy. And who is the topmost, who is the epitome of Unnatujvala Rasa is none other than Srimati Radharani. And therefore, Sanatan Goswami says that Sri Krishna, another meaning of Akhyapayatam Tadiyeshitajneshu Bhaktirjitatvam, that Sri Krishna only reveals that he is willingly controlled, jitatvam, by his loving devotees, but only to those who have proper knowledge of such devotees' exalted position. So when we know that who is the epitome of Unnatujvala Rasa is Srimati Radharani, and when we aspire to become her maid servant, then Krishna also very lovingly, willingly gets under control of even such devotees who aspire to be the maid servant of Srimati Radharani. So the general meaning of Tad Vidam, those who know Sri Krishna's supreme position, becomes Bhritya Vashyatam Idam. Those who know that Sri Krishna willingly comes under the control of his loving servants. So it's both the ways. So we have to understand that that original Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, he is exhibiting that he is controlled only by his loving servants in Vraja, and among all of them, especially he is controlled by those who are in Unnat Ujjvala Rasa, who are, so he is not controlled by the devotees who are in the Mishrit Bhakti, Aishwarya Bhakti, but those who are in the pure Bhakti, he is controlled. He is controlled by them. Now, then comes the point, this point, that who is the epitome of Unnat Ujjvala Rasa is Srimati Radharani. So one who comes control, one who aspires to be the maidservant of Srimati Radharani, then Krishna can easily be bound by them. And in this regard, we have the very famous verse sung by Lord Shiva in Radha Kripa Kataksh. So this is verse number 3, where Lord Shiva is saying, Anangaranga Mangala Prasanga Bhangura Bhruvam Savibhramam Sasabramam Driganta Bana Patane Nirantaram Vashikrita Pratiti Nandanandane Kada Karishyasi Hamam Kripa Kataksha Bhajanam. Lord Shiva is praying, O Sarveshwari, O mistress of all controllers, Srimati Radhika, on the stage of amorous sport, in the course of an auspicious discussion, when there is a discussion happening, you express amazement by curving your eyebrows, just by the movement of your eyebrows, like bows, and suddenly firing the arrows of your sidelong glances. What happens? It pierces the son of Nanda Maharaj, Sri Nanda's son of Sri Nanda, with enormous delusion and bring him under your perpetual control. Just with the movement of Radharani's eyebrows, Krishna becomes and comes under the control of Srimati Radharani. When will you make me the recipient of your merciful sidelong glance? So this way, our Lord Shiva is praying that, O Srimati Radharani, please one day bestow your sidelong glance mercy on me. And in this regard, our dear Shri Prabodhananda Saraswati, who is none other than Tunga Vidya in Vrindavan Leela, he says, forget about coming in control of Srimati Radhika's control. Krishna doesn't only come under the control of Srimati Radhika, but he comes under the control of even Srimati Radhika's maidservants. Therefore, in the previous slide, we saw that how Shri Krishna only reveals that he is willingly controlled by his loving devotees only to those who have proper knowledge of such beloved devotees' exalted position. So he not only comes directly under the control of Srimati Radhika, but he also comes in the control of Radhika's maidservant. So Prabodhananda Saraswati, in his Radha Rasa Sudhanidhi, that's a beautiful compilation of the verses glorification of Srimati Radharani, which Srila Prabodhananda Saraswati has written. In that he writes, Yat kankireshu bahusha khalu kakuvani nityam parashya purushasya shikhandi maule tasya kadarasa nidher vrishabhanujayas tatkeli kunja bhavanangana marjanisham. So Prabodhananda Saraswati is praying. But before I tell you the meaning of these prayers, so Prabodhananda Saraswati Thakur, he is putting a context, and he is saying that once what happened, our dear Sri Radhika, she was in a sulky mood. She went into Man, and then she went into some forest grove. And she was in her own Nikunja, but then she ordered Rupa Manjari, and she ordered our Lalita Sakhi and Vishakha Sakhi, both of them. Just you go and guard, stand at the door and guard and see that, go to the entrance basically of that kunja and see that when black cheater, that black bumblebee means that Krishna comes, you stop them, you stop him, don't let him enter my grove. And then this black Krishna, our dear Krishna, he comes. And Rupa Manjari and Rati Manjari, along with Lalita Sakhi and Vishakha Sakhi, they are standing at the guard of the entrance and they are saying, no, you are not allowed to enter. No way you can enter this grove by this kunja, because our Srimati Radhika is in Marn and she is very angry on you. So now you better go to the house or to the kunja of Chandravali, but don't ever come here. And that Shri Krishna, what is he doing? He is placing his head at the lotus feet of these kinkaris, these maid servants. Yat kankirishu bahusha khaluka kuvani. And he's just begging them, oh, please, please, please accept my most humble obeisance as the dust of your lotus feet. But please allow me to enter. That Nityam Parasha Paurusha Shikhandi Muli, that personality who is the Nityam, who is Paurusha, who is the original supreme person, who is wearing a peacock feather, just comes and beg at the lotus feet of Rupa Manjari and Rati Manjari. Tasya kada rasa nidher vrishabhanu jayas. Somehow or other, please let me enter into this kunja. He's begging. He's begging, and Rati Manjari and Rupa Manjari is not even paying attention. And they are throwing Krishna out and say, no, you are not allowed to enter. And Prabodhananda Saraswati Thakur says, may I become just the stick of that broom. That broom, he is not asking, I'll become this, or I'll want to serve Krishna, I want to serve Srimati Radharani, or let me serve Rupa Manjari and Rati Manjari. No, our Prabodhananda Saraswati is saying that my life will be successful if I just become one stick in that broom that the maid servant are using to clean that kunja. This is how he is praying. So if someone's devotion to Sri Krishna is like the devotion of Srimati Radhika's maid servants, forget about Srimati Radhika direct service, but the devotion of Srimati Radhika's maid servants also, then also Krishna can come under control. Then he can control Sri Krishna completely. So what is the key point of controlling Krishna? Is bhaktir jitatvam, that he is controlled by that unalloyed devotional service. And in this regard, I would like to say one more verse by our Ras Khan. So we know the pastime, the story of Ras Khan, how he belongs to a Muslim background. And one day he ended up coming to Vrindavan, where he was shopping one day, and he saw beautiful socks for Lord Shri Krishna, very beautiful, soft, small socks. And then he asked the doorkeeper, and the doorkeeper says, oh, our Lala, our Krishna, he wears these small socks, which are kind of his shoes. And he said, oh, if the shoes are so beautiful, how beautiful will be Krishna. And thinking that way, he was completely drenched in the mood of serving Krishna. And there are many savayas, because he was from a Muslim background. So he wrote a lot of savayas. Savayas means a kind of a poetry, but that only depicts his mood, that how he wants to serve Krishna. And how Krishna is, how Krishna becomes bhaktir jitatvam. He writes beautiful poetry. And among that poetry is one of this beautiful poetry that he writes. शेष गणेश महेश दिनेश सुर सहु जाहि निरंतर गावे जाहि अनादि अनंत अखंड अछेद अभेद सुवेद बतावे नारद से सुख व्यास रहे पचिहारे तनु पुनि पार न पावे ताहि अहिर की छोचरिया छछियावरी छाछ पर नाच नचावे. So very beautiful, and his mood is also very beautiful. Actually, I got this very wonderful opportunity when I was in this Charasi Kos Parikrama in Vrindavan last year. And we happened to go to the Samadhi of Raskhanji. And there, all these savayas, they are written on a board and they are placed at various places. It's a very beautiful, very clean place and very beautifully maintained also. And you feel a lot of peace when you go to that area. It's a very peaceful place. It's a small garden kind of thing, very beautifully maintained. And in the entire garden, on the different boards are there. On the boards, different savayas are written. So what he is saying, Shesha Ganesh Mahesh Dinesh, means our Sheshanag, our Ganesh ji, our Mahesh, the glories of Shri Krishna, they are sung unceasingly sung by whom? By Sheshnag, by Ganesh, by Lord Shiva, by sun god Dinesha, Surasehu, by our Indra, Nirantaragame. They are constantly, incessantly, they are singing the glories of Shri Krishna. Jahi, and what glories of Krishna? Jahi anadi anant akhand ached abhed subhed batame. And the Vedas declare him as anadi, as beginningless, as ananta, as endless, as akhanda, as unlimited, as acheda, as indestructible, abheda, a void of differences. Suved means all the Vedas, they sing about this glory of Krishna, that how Krishna is beginningless, endless, unlimited, indestructible. And not only the Vedas, Narada se sukh vyasa rahe. Even the great sages like Narada, Shukdev Goswami, and Vyasadev, they have also accepted their defeat. Pachi hare, they have accepted their defeat. Har gaye hain wo. Tu puni par na paave. But still they were not able to fathom the glory of Lord Shri Krishna. How great Krishna is. But then in the last line he says, that same great Krishna, whose Vedas cannot sing his glories properly. All the demigods are singing his glories. And even Narada Muni, Sukdev Goswami and Vyasadev also are not able to fathom his glories. That same Lord Shri Krishna, Tahi ahir ki chochariya, chachiyavar chach par naach nachave. Raskhanji says that such is the power of the love of the gopis of Raja, that they make him dance just for the sip of buttermilk from the palm of their hands. So as the gopis are going to Mathura, carrying the butter, carrying the buttermilk, carrying yogurt just to pay taxes to Kamsa Maharaj, at that time Krishna will stop their way and they will say, okay, Krishna, if you want, then you have to dance. Then just to have that little sip of chaat, Krishna will dance on the orders of Braj Ki Choriya, means on the maidens of Braj, he will dance. He will dance for them. So this is how Krishna is telling, Bhaktir Jitatvam, Akhyapayantam Tadiyeshitajneshu. To all those who just know about Krishna's supremacy and doesn't know anything about Krishna's sweetness, to them Krishna, Satyavrat Muni is telling that to them Krishna is saying that I broadly proclaim that I am only conquered by the love. And that love which is unalloyed, which is not mixed with any jnana, any aishwarya, but it is pure love. So then the last line, our Satyavrat Muni says, Punha prematastam shatavriti vande. Punha means again and again. Premas, with love. tam, unto that Lord Shri Krishna, unto that Damodar who has been bound by the love of Mother Yashoda and who is drowning the entire Gokula in the pool of ecstasy, to that Damodara, Satyavrat Muni is saying, I am Shatavritti Vande. Shata means 100 of times. I am just offering my obeisances to that Damodar who has been lovingly bound not by the ropes but by the love of Mother Yashoda, and who is drowning that entire Gokula in the pool of ecstasy. I bow down to that Lord Krishna, to that Damodar, not once, but again and again and again. And how many times? Shatavritti, thousands and thousands of times, I want to pay my obeisances. Srila Sanatan Goswami, he writes that Shri Satyavrat Muni prays, overwhelmed with incomparable, pure loving devotion for you, Premataha, I offer you Vandana. Vande, I offer you my Vandana, my prayers of adoration. How many times? Hundreds of times. Shatavritti. And to you, Tam, the Supreme Lord Shri Krishna, I offer my Vandana again and again. Punha prema tastam Shatavritti Vande. So among the limbs of bhakti, Sanatan Goswami writes, which are required for all the devotees, Satyavrat Muni is now just condensing it and saying, I only pray to perform one special limb out of all the 9 limbs of bhakti. And what are those 9 limbs? Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Varchanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakhyam, Atmanivedanam. Among all those 9 limbs, Satyavrat Muni is saying, I want to perform this special limb of bhakti, and that is Vandanam. I want to perform this Vandanam to constantly express my adoration for Sri Bhagavan, for Sri Damodar, who is bound by the ropes of, not by the ropes, but by the love of Mother Yashoda. I do not pray for knowledge of Sri Bhagavan's opulence or anything else. Rather, I just want that prema bhakti, that unalloyed devotion that can bind Krishna. Because Krishna says, Bhaktir Jitatvam. So with that note, we have finished the 3rd verse of Sri Damodar Ashtakam. And now we will sing again and understand. Now when we sing, we can meditate on each and every word of this verse. Iti drikswalilaviranand kunde swagosham nimajjantam akyapayantam tadiyeshitajneshu bhaktirjitatvam punha prematastam shatavriti vande. So, Shri Damodar Ashtakam ki jai, Shri Satyavrat Muni ki jai, Shri Shri Radha Damodar ki jai.
Kiritda
All
Sundari ki
devotees ki jai. Yes, Madhuri.
Hare Krishna Kitida Mataji. Thank you so much for the beautiful, beautiful class. Very nice meditation of each and every word in the verse. I really like how Krishna makes the impossible to possible and possible to impossible. That's very nice. And how gopis make him to do all their work and they try to play with him. That's so nice. Thank you, Mataji. Every word that you spoke today is we could see like the pastime we could see in front of our eyes. Mataji, thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. We open the forum for question and answers. If anybody have any questions or realizations, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Mata Ji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Such a beautiful class. I really like this Ghatana Agatana Shakti of the Lord. And then the Goshapalli, that was very nice actually. The meaning was very nicely explained by you. And also this Raskan, is that his name?
Yeah, Raskan.
Very sweet, very, very sweet modes. Thank you so much, Mataji. You always make Shastra so relishable. Thank you for this fantastic class. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Yes, Sukhakar Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranams. All glories to Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Kirtan, such a wonderful class. I'm not able to attend the classes, but you just took us to Vrindavan. Just sitting in Chennai, I'm in Vrindavan. You are in US, you're in Vrindavan. And you showed in all the 5 rasas, Shantaras, Dasaras, everywhere, Krishna wants everyone to love, and Krishna shows the love. And Krishna wants to get him bound by the love of the devotees. So it was so relatable, so nice, Mataji, fantastic. Thank you for such a awesome class.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Thank you for your sincerity. It was your sincerity that you yourself thought that you are in Vrindavan Dham. That's so amazing.
That's your humility, Mataji.
Nothing.
Hare Krishna.
All your sincerity. Thank you, Prabhu. Yes, Sita Priti Mataji, please go ahead.
Hi, Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat
All
Pranam.
glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to your wonderful service, Mataji. And beautiful, beautiful class. And in this Damodar month, no matter how many speakers you hear about Damodar Leela, it's always something new, always some new rasa coming up. And the way like basically it depends upon the speaker also, right? When you can relate to the speaker, it becomes more relatable. And I always feel that whenever you're speaking, that when you're smiling, all the like your face becomes red because you're enjoying that so much, like Pinky Lady. So thank you so much, Mataji, for this wonderful pastime and in this like most auspicious Kartik month. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much for bringing the Lord near to our heart. Every time, the more
I'm
the more.
just speaking from the Darshini Tika by Sanatan Goswami. Seriously, nothing is mine, not even a single word is mine. All from Bhagavatam, all from Sanatan Goswami's commentary. That's it.
Yeah, like we are like ready on the plate, right? You're serving us on the plate.
My
We are, at
myself
least
is
I'm lazy, so you're serving on the plate, so we are relishing that. That's the prasadam for us. Thank you so much, Mataji. Thank you so much.
Mataji,
Haribol.
and I am also relishing because while preparing also I relish so much. So yes, thank you all of you for giving me this opportunity to speak so that I can purify myself and study. Literally till all these years, I've been singing Damodar Ashtakam every year, and entire month we all sing. But this time, the way I'm relishing is beyond. I just cannot say.
Haribol.
So
Haribol.
that's so wonderful.
Wonderful, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
And you are making us also relish.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna Kirtida Sundari Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances.
Hare
All glories to
Krishna,
Srila
Mataji.
Prabhupada.
Glories to Prabhupada. How is your mom?
She had a surgery yesterday, Mataji, and she's doing good.
Okay.
Yeah, still under observation, but she's doing good. Yeah.
Very nice. Yes, yes, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji, for such beautiful, beautiful explanation, Mataji. Mataji, that what you said about Raskan, right? So that is it Doha or what is it,
It's
Mataji? In which
Savaiya.
language?
Yeah, it's Savaiya. It's Braj Bhasha only.
Savaiya.
He writes in
Yeah,
Braj Bhasha only.
it's nice, Mataji, to hear actually.
Oh, it's very
So
beautiful. Braj Bhasha is very sweet. Very sweet.
yeah, so he is a Muslim and just seeing that
Mm.
song, he has written all these things, Mataji.
Yeah, because he got so much attracted by seeing the paraphernalia of the Supreme Lord that he went in search of the Supreme Lord, that I want to offer this. And just in search, he was in Vrindavan, and like for his lifelong, he stayed in Vrindavan. And he got so much attracted with the beauty of Krishna that he wrote so many savayas, so many poems. Like you say, right? Like when this, like sometimes it's Doha, like Kabir ke Dohe.
Yeah.
And when it's Sant Tukaram, you say Abhang, he
Abhang.
writes Abhang. And for South Indians, when these alums, right, you say pasurams.
Yeah.
So similarly, this Raskan, he wrote these Savaiye.
Yeah, very, very beautiful, Mataji. But it's like, being from some other religion also, he got attracted to Lord and he has written, he went into such ecstasy and he has written so beautifully.
Yes.
Yes, Mataji.
They
Thank
are
you,
very
Mataji.
beautiful. Many other they are there and they are very beautiful. One of the Savaya, he says, I'm just searching. Yeah. He says, मानुष हो तो वही रसखनी बसों ब्रज गोकुल गांव के ग्वारन जो पशु हो तो कहाँ बस मेरो चिरोचित नंद की धेनु मझारन पाहन हो तो वे गिरी को जो कियो हरि छत्र पुरंदर धारण जो खग हो तो बसों कर मिली कालिंदी कूल कदम्ब की डारन. Means he's saying that if I become a manushya, means if, oh Krishna, if you feel that I should get another life and I be a human, then manushya ho to raskhan basaun. तो मैं रसखान बन के ही वापस आऊं. Means I become raskhan only. But if you think that I should get some other animal body, then make sure that I become a cow in the cowherd community. जो पशु हो, then make sure that I become a cow in that cowherd community. जो मन बसो चित नंद की धेनु मझारन means how the cowherd boys, they take the cows for grazing. So let me be that cow. Then he says, but oh Krishna, if you think that I'm not fit even to get the life of a cow, and if I have to become a stone, then make me a stone of Giriraj. And because that Giriraj, Hari Chhatra Purandar Dharan, just to pull down the pride of Purandar, our Indra, Krishna hold that Govardhan. So let me become the stone of Govardhan. But he says, okay, if that is also not my position, and if you want to make me a bird, then let me become a bird, but that bird should always stay on the tree, that tree which is on the banks of Kalindi River. So this is giving so many, it's a long poem. I've just sang one verse. But it's a
Very
long
beautiful.
that he's expressing his desire that if you think if I become this, then make me this, but make me stay in Vrindavan. That's his eternal wish.
Awesome, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. Very nice description of Damodar Leela also, Mataji. Haribol. That's pronounced.
Krishna, dear devotees, any more questions, any realizations? Shashidhar Prabhu, is this Shashidhar Prabhu for San Antonio? After a long time, I'm seeing you, Prabhu.
It's Mataji Hari Krishna from San Antonio. Please accept my humble obeisance order to Srila Prabhupada.
Yeah, after a long time hearing you, Prabhuji, please join us regularly. Welcome back to the class.
Yeah. Thank you, Kiritda Sundari Mataji. Your class is always, you always speak from the bottom of your heart. It's all, I sometimes get tears in my eyes whenever I listen to your class. Sometimes it's recorded on YouTube, right? I open and I listen to some of the classes and some kirtans which you have sung. It's really delightful. Thank you, Vinita Mataji, for engaging us into the service too.
Hare Krishna, nice to hear your voice, Prabhu. Please join us regularly. If there are no more questions or realizations, we can end the call here. I would like to offer my obeisances to Mataji and all the Vaishnavas assembled on the call. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya namo namaha. Ananta Koti Vaishnavrind ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Joy Kiritda Sundari Mataji ki jai.
Jai ho, Gauranga.
Thank you, Mataji.
Nityananda.
The assembled Vaishnavas.
Nityananda, Gauranga,
Gauranga.
Jai Jai Shri Radhe Shyam. सबको मिले वृंदावन धाम, गोवर्धन की धारी लाल की जय हो, महाप्रभु धाम की जय हो,
वृंदावन धाम की जय. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Vinita Mataji.
Hare Krishna.